Quick question, folks, real quick before we get started today. Have you ever raced home from a tough day at work and knowing it's time to get some laundry done and you throw the laundry in the washing machine and you hit the button and nothing happens and the whole world ends? Yeah, we've all been there. That's why you need to have a professional on your team to take care of things when they need to be taken care of, and maybe, just maybe, do some preventive maintenance along the way so you don't run into these emergencies. It's exactly where we are today here on the show with Covenant Appliance Repairs, the company we're talking to. My guest right here in the studio, Mr. Covenant Appliance Repair, that's what I'm going to call him, John Morton. John, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Wonderful, my friend.
Welcome aboard. Good to see you today.
And thank you for having us.
Well, thank you so much for being here, because you're one of those guys that I'm not talking Brian talk show guy, Brian homeowner guy. I have appliances, all right, and they break sometimes, and I need you on my team. We all do, and especially a guy like you. You've been in this industry now since early 2000s?
Early 2000.
Have there been any changes here for the last 20 years?
Well, I tell a lot of my customers, don't ask a company, how long have you been doing this? Ask them, how often do you go back to factory training?
Bingo.
The technology has literally become like having a computer in your home. Mm-hmm. You can't have someone who knew how to work on the old clunker working on new technology.
Unless they're keeping up with it like you do.
Yeah, so a lot has changed.
Well, I was looking at the notes today, and you're pretty active with it with an association. We're big on associations. Mm-hmm. All industries have associations. What's the association that you're part of, and what do you get from them to keep you on top of your game?
Well, Marcone Services Association is a continental. I say continental because they're Canadian and American. Okay. They are not only a supply warehouse for every phase of building maintenance and repair, but the appliance and the HVAC industry as well. Mm-hmm. And through them, we take yearly factory training, but monthly webinars. So the newer technology, we actually have the opportunity to be exposed to the opportunity to totally disassemble the new technology and put it back together. And of course, we're also given all of the information needed to better understand the circuitry.
So are you able to work on any make and model, or are you locked into one specific?
Any make and model. Samsung and LG are two brands that a lot of people shy away from because of that increase in the electronic technology. But we also go as far as Thermador, Viking.
Okay. Anything from here to here, every point in between. And I love what you said, and I'm going to repeat it again, folks. Don't ask somebody how long they've been in business. Ask them how often they're keeping up with the latest, greatest trends in technology. The other thing too, all businesses, your industry, all industries talk about, we're really big on customer service. That's a big deal. Well, you should be big on customer service. You take it a step further. It's not just the customer service, it's the customer care. Exactly. What's your definition there? What does that mean?
Well, customer service is easy. I give you the money, you throw me the product.
Okay.
But customer care is putting yourself in the person's disposition, understanding how this might be affecting them and how important it is for them to understand exactly what it is that they're going through with this need for an appliance service.
You empathize with the customers.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, I'm guessing you have appliances at your house.
Yes.
You don't like them breaking, do you?
Oh, I remember the refrigerator stopped working, and I said, we need to get another one. And my wife said, what is wrong with you? You fix everybody else's and you want to replace ours.
Well, the cobbler's kids have no shoes. You familiar with that term?
Yes, yes.
So the appliance repair guys have broken appliances because they'll just buy a new one. No, I'm joking. That is a little funny, I got to admit. It's like me going home at the end of the day. I'm tired. I don't want to talk. I talk all day for a living, and my wife doesn't understand that.
Well, I had to fix that refrigerator
I bet you fixed that rather quickly. So, well, speaking of fixing, when you're repairing stuff, and a lot of times, whether we as consumers, we're getting our car repaired or our washing machine or whatever, we kind of like to watch the people do it, and they don't like us watching. Where do you figure on that? Do you mind people watching?
The best customer that you can have is an informed customer, because when a consumer is informed, they feel more aware of what they paid for.
Okay.
They understand where the problem that they had, and maybe where it came from. I love people to watch. Someone that doesn't want you to watch them is usually insecure about if they know what they're doing.
They're up to something.
Yeah.
My word's not sure. But you're right. As a consumer, I would love to watch and you pull out something. Y'all, Mr. Weatherford, look, here's the problem. And I can look at that. Never seen one in my life, but I know it's probably not supposed to look like that.
Yeah.
And when you get the new one out of the box, I'm going, oh yeah, put that one in. And I realize immediately watching you do what you do, there's not a chance I could do that. That's why you're here.
Exactly.
I get that, and I appreciate, again, as a consumer, that you allow people to watch. Do you ever get in situations where you can offer people advice, something we can do on our end to keep the dryer from stopping, something that we need to do ourselves to keep from having to call you in the first place?
Well, when I'm in the home, I try to help them understand the variables in their environment that might be causing issues with a refrigerator, washer, or dryer. Rarely, environmental variables will affect the stove, but a refrigerator is the most misunderstood appliance in the home. Too often, it's not broken down. Something has altered its environment. When a customer calls, if I'm available, I want to know, what is it that you're dealing with? How did it start? So often, this morning I had a customer call me back, and I said, so tell me, did the refrigerator restore itself last night? She said, yeah, now I understand. So we want to educate a consumer, and sometimes that's done before making money. You know, they call and they have a problem, and we know that it's an environmental variable, and we can help them with that over the phone.
You know what that is, though? That's customer care versus customer service. I picked up on that.
Yeah.
If it was customer service, yeah, here, come on out, I'll get it. Let me come on in, I'll get it fixed. But customer care, you can say, did you check this?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the difference, and that's why you've been doing this so successfully for so long. You know, we're really big on trade services like yourself here on the show. We love people that can go out, and there's always going to be a need for plumbers and electricians and carpenters and repair people. How's it going these days? Are the young people getting involved in this industry too? They're not, are they?
Unfortunately, they're not.
Yeah.
And
Why
the
is
biggest
that?
problem is the ones that are going out for companies that are what I call service call hunters. They hire a lot of people, they set up a system that draws lots of calls, and all they want them to do is go out and look at it, give them a high rate price, and collect the service call fee because they don't want to fix it. And our whole endeavor is, we don't want to build our business on service calls. We want to build it on relationships. And the way to do that is to help you to solve your problem. We're not there to earn money. We're first there to help you. And then the repercussion of being effectual in helping you makes us successful.
And again, that's care versus service. I mean, you summed it up so beautifully at the start of the show today. What's the best way for people? Well, let me ask you this: you're in White Settlement area, right?
Yes.
How far out do you go? What's your market?
Our radius, for the most part, is 25 miles from White Settlement.
Okay.
So from White Settlement, we may be in Weatherford or East Arlington.
Good, because I live right in the middle of your service area, so I will be logging you into my phone.
Sounds good.
For future reference as well. As far as the technology and everything going, is there anything else coming up soon? I mean, how much longer can it be where on my way home I can remember, I forgot to start the dishwasher this morning, I can get my phone and go beep and the dishwasher starts?
Well, Whirlpool is working with a lot of technology where you could just put the clothes in the refrigerator.
That is good technology.
You can put the clothes in the washer, and you can actually tell that unit to start because it has a hub. The washer has a hub, the refrigerator has a hub. You can look on your phone to see what's in the refrigerator when you're at the grocery store.
That's crazy.
But all of this technology does have its quirks.
Sure.
The more electronics you have, the more chance there is for a breakdown.
Well, and as we learned early on in the show, I'm going to remind everybody, and the importance once again of asking someone not how long have you been doing this, how often do you stay updated.
Yes.
You stay updated. You are versed. That's the difference right there. Thank you much for sharing your story, man. It's a great one. Thanks for keeping everything running the way we homeowners like it. Appreciate you popping in
We
today.
appreciate you having us.
Good stuff. Thank you. Hey, folks, thank you as well. Appreciate you being here. But hang with us. We're going to come back with another guest after this. See you in a bit.